Good morning. I want to welcome you to our meditation in the meadow from the Hidden Farm Road Meadow here in McFarland, Wisconsin, overlooking Lower Mud Lake and the Yahara River flowage. March gave us a glimmer of hope yesterday with a sunrise and a beautiful spring-like day. It's a little gray and cloudy today, but there's always that hope for tomorrow. We begin with the greeting. The peace of Christ be with you. Let us take a moment to quiet ourselves, in body, mind, and spirit, that we might be more open to the sacred presence of the Creator who is within us and all around us. The prophet Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 13. For I, the Lord your God, hold your right hand. It is I who say to you, do not be afraid. I am with you. I will be your help. Music is on my mind this morning, songs. Been thinking about different ones that I listen to, especially at this time on my, if you will, COVID-19 playlist. There are hymns that I miss being sung in church with my congregation that have meant a lot to me over the years. One of those was by Thomas Dorsey. He wrote it in response to the tragic death of his wife while he was away. She gave birth to their child and she died in childbirth. And a few days later, his child also died. In time, he sat down and he wrote, "Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, help me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on to the light. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me home." I think about that song at a time in my life when I was low and I needed a hand. I think of different people who kind of reached out to help. And in their reaching out to lend me a hand, to take away some of my fears of the unknown, of what was going on, that song meant a lot to me. When my dad was diagnosed with terminal cancer, was dying, one of the last times I saw him, back in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, he was sitting in his recliner, and in high school he had played the clarinet. And he surprised me. He pulled the clarinet out from behind the recliner and he started playing Precious Lord. That song has deep meaning for me, as it does for many people. I'm curious of what songs, what hymns, what spirituals, what piece of music offers you strength and comfort, that brings you a sense of peace in your life, that has helped you, that has lifted you up mentally, emotionally, spiritually in times like this. I would love to see your playlist. Was it Amazing Grace? Was it Precious Lord? Was it How Great Thou Art? Was it Morning Has Broken? It could be U2 when they sang, I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. It could be, one of the songs that I've been introduced to by Mumford & Sons, I Will. And there are so many others. As I mentioned a while back, Jimmy Buffett's song, Breathe In, Breathe Out, and Move On, has been a helpful one. It doesn't have to be a piece of Christian music, but it can have a message, a spiritual one. Precious Lord, take my hand. Music does that, as does poetry. It offers us beauty. It brings us hope. Even as we listen here to nature singing through the birds and the cranes, the wind, and the stillness. And in all of that, God speaks to us. I pray this day that whatever song you sing, whether it's in your coming through your iPod or your Alexa or Siri, your iTunes, that it brings you some sense of comfort and strength and peace this day. But please, if you can, I would love to hear from you about a piece of music and why that was important to you. Let us pray. Precious Lord, take our hands, lead us on, help us stand. For we are tired and growing weak and weary. Through this storm of uncertainty around the COVID-19 virus, reach out through the many people who are offering and caring, through the medical professionals, those in food services, grocery stores, for neighbors, checking on one another even at a safe distance. For in all of our reaching out and caring and offering a helping hand, even if we can't touch the other's hand, we know that it gives us strength and we aren't as afraid, and we trust your presence in that. Be with us this new day. Bless those who care and love. Give strength of heart, and may your song be sung in our lives. Amen. Friends, here is the world, Frederick Buechner says. Beautiful and terrible things will happen. Be not afraid. Go in peace. Amen.